Snow fell in slow, merciless sheets across the empty road, muffling the world into silence. Beneath a flickering streetlight lay a girl no older than 19, her hair matted with ice, her lips cracked and blue. Around her neck, tied crudely with string, hung a cardboard sign that read in jagged letters, "Useless mouth." Whoever left her here hadn't just abandoned her, they had declared her worth to the world. And the world, it seemed, had agreed. For hours, she lay there, drifting in and out of consciousness, her body trembling, her will fading. She had been discarded too many times, by her parents, by the foster system, by strangers who promised kindness and gave cruelty. Her name was Alara, but no one had spoken it in so long, she almost forgot it herself. Through the storm came the slow, steady crunch of boots on snow. A shadow loomed, broad-shouldered, wrapped in a heavy wool coat and a battered hat. The man didn't speak, didn't rush, just stood for a moment, watching her, as if weighing something deep inside himself. His face was worn, his beard dusted white with frost, his eyes unreadable. Without a word, he knelt and slipped his arms beneath her. She was too weak to resist, too numb to care. The warmth of his coat seeped into her frozen bones as he carried her across the desolate road toward the faint outline of a ranch house, light spilling faintly from its windows. Inside, the air smelled of wood smoke and leather. He placed her gently on an old sofa by the fire, removed the cruel sign from her neck, and tossed it into the flames. She watched the cardboard curl and blacken, the words vanishing into ash. The silent rancher, whose name she would later learn was Cole, brought her blankets, hot tea, and a bowl of stew. He didn't ask questions, didn't demand she explain herself. For the first time in years, she felt no expectation pressing down on her, no judgment in the air. Days passed. He spoke little, but his actions were loud. He taught her to feed the horses, to mend fences, to stack wood in the barn. When she faltered, he didn't criticize, he simply showed her again, patient as the mountains. The silence between them became a kind of safety, a space where she could exist without having to prove her worth. One bitter morning, as the sun split the horizon in streaks of gold, she found him in the barn, repairing a broken gate. She asked the question that had haunted her since that night. "Why did you help me?" He paused, his hands still on the wood, then looked at her with an honesty so raw it stole her breath. "Because someone once found me in the snow," he said softly. "And I wouldn't be here if they hadn't." The weight of his words settled over her. She realized then that kindness often came from the broken, from those who had once been left for dead themselves. It wasn't pity, it was recognition. Spring came slowly to the ranch. With it came color in the fields, warmth in the air, and something fragile but real blooming in Alara's chest. She wasn't useless. She wasn't nothing. She was learning to stand again, to belong to herself. Years later, people in town would speak of the quiet rancher and the girl he'd saved, how she'd grown strong, running the ranch by his side. But the truth was, he hadn't just saved her, he'd shown her she had been worth saving all along. And if you had asked Alara what she learned from it all, she would have said this: "The world will try to name you. Let it."